Brought to you by Beauty Bullies Boutique. Get to the bag with swag. In the entertainment industry today, we often see young Black women being used as pawns in a game of societal chess that only seeks to divide our Black culture and community. Our society, our culture, our very essence gets tangled in a web of stereotypes, bias, and prejudice. There exists a pitfall, a trap, a snare into which the young, the ambitious, and the aspiring are often led. It's frightening, it's degrading, it's disheartening, but most importantly, it's real. The way things are unfolding, it's time for us to make a stand. It's time for us to raise our voices and say no more. We must cease being the silent spectators of this unjust spectacle. We must stop watching as young women are driven into a vortex of exploitation and degradation, all in the quest for some fleeting fame, some momentarily glory, some transient popularity. Too often we see women headlong into jeopardy, putting their lives, health, their dignity, and their self-worth at stake, all for a tag, a label. They are exposing themselves to danger and compromising their values just to be labeled as a baddie. A label that society has concocted, a tag that is nothing but a distorted, warped version of a woman's identity, a term that objectifies and belittles. But have we ever stopped to think, what does this really mean? The word baddie, has it lost its meaning? Or perhaps we have forgotten to delve deeper into its implications. Is it simply a stereotype? A template into which every woman is expected to fit in? Is it the epitome of female power? Or is it just another shackle that binds, another chain that restrains? Is it truly worth sacrificing our dignity, our self-respect, our inherent worth for a paycheck, for a fleeting moment of fame, for a temporary boost in social status? We need to remember and remind ourselves every single day that we are worth so much more than what the industry, the society, the world tells us. We are not mere objects to be used and discarded. We are not commodities to be bought and sold. We are not puppets to be manipulated and controlled. We are strong, we are resilient, we are intelligent, and we are talented individuals. We are the dreamers, the achievers, the pioneers. We are the creators, the innovators, and the trailblazers. We are the foundation, the pillar, the cornerstone of our community, of our culture, of our world. We deserve to be recognized for our true worth, not just for our physical appearances. We deserve to be celebrated for our minds, for our talents, for our capabilities, for our strength, for our resilience, for our unwavering spirit. We deserve to be valued for our character, for our courage, for our compassion, for our kindness, for our integrity. We deserve to be honored for our struggles, for our triumphs, for our perseverance, for our determination, for our grit. It's time to stop selling out and selling our souls for a check. It's time to stop bartering our dignity, our respect, our worth for fame, and it's time falling prey to the traps and snares laid down by society. It's time to start valuing ourselves, our contributions, our sacrifices, our hard work. It's time to start honoring our dreams, our aspirations, our ambitions. We need to empower ourselves and each other to rise above the stereotypes, the prejudices, the bias, and the expectations that society places on us. We need to lift each other up, to support each other, to encourage each other, to inspire each other. We need to fight for our rights, for our freedom, for our dignity, for our respect. We need to reclaim our worth, our value, our identity. We need to be the change we wish to see in the world. We need to rewrite the narrative, redefine the norms, and recreate the story. We need to be the voice of the voiceless, the strength of the weak, the hope of the hopeless, the beacon of light in the darkness. Roll the clip. From the Baddies East trailer, we see a group of young women, supposed baddies, engaged in a heated argument that quickly escalates into a physical altercation. The scene is intense, chaotic, and full of raw emotion. The women are shouting, hurling insults at each other, their faces contorted with anger and frustration. The camera pans to show the shocked reactions of the onlookers, their mouths agape, their eyes wide with disbelief and horror. This is the reality of what the industry sells as baddie behavior. It's a spectacle, a show, a performance where women are pitted against each other, their conflicts and disagreements exploited for entertainment. It's a toxic environment that breeds hostility, resentment, and animosity. It's a setting that encourages division, conflict, and hostility, rather than unity, cooperation, and mutual respect. And for what? For a few minutes of fame? For a few thousand views? For a few hundred likes? Is it worth it? Is this what we want to promote? Is this the image we want to project? Is this the message we want to send to our young girls, our future leaders, our potential game changers? We need to question, to challenge, to resist this narrative. We need to redefine what it means to be a baddie. We need to reclaim our power, our dignity, our worth. We need to stand up, speak out, and make a difference. We need to show the world that we are more than just a label. We are more than just a stereotype. We are more than just a spectacle. We are women. We are strong. We are powerful. We are resilient. We are leaders. We are game changers. We are the future, and we deserve to be treated as such. So, my sisters, let's stand together and support one another. This is a call for unity, a plea for togetherness. In this world where it's so easy to feel isolated, let's choose instead to bond, to knit our lives together in a tapestry of shared experiences and mutual respect. We must embrace our sisterhood, allowing it to serve as a beacon of hope in the face of adversity. It's in our unity that we find strength, fortitude in the collective that we carry as a band of sisters. Let's encourage each other, not merely in words, but through our actions. Encouragement isn't just about offering kind words, it's about standing by one another when the world seems to be against us. When one of us stumbles, we all feel the tremors. When one of us soars, we all bask in the radiance. Encourage each other to take that leap, to follow that dream, to dare to imagine a life beyond the constraints that have been placed upon us. Pursue our dreams and passions without compromising our values. That is the challenge before us. Our passions fuel us, our dreams propel us forward. Without them, we are mere shells. But we must never lose sight of our values. They are the core of who we are, the guiding principles that keep us anchored in a stormy sea. Your dreams are valid, and you should never let anyone tell you otherwise. Remember, you are not alone. This is the foundation of our sisterhood. You may feel lost, you may feel forgotten, but you are not alone. You have a big sister here offering advice, guidance, and unfailing support. I am here for you, ready to listen, ready to help guide you through the maze that is life. Now imagine a future where young Black women are celebrated for their talents and achievements, not just their looks. Envision a world where your worth isn't tied to your appearance, but to your abilities, your accomplishments, the content of your character. A world where you are acknowledged for your intelligence, your creativity, your strength. Together, we can bring about this future. We can change the narrative and rewrite the script. Together, we can create a future where young Black women are celebrated for their talents and achievements, not just their looks. Let's break free from the chains that bind us and show the world what we are truly capable of. In a world which has often marginalized us, underestimated our abilities, and restricted our growth, we have persevered. We have relentlessly pushed against the boundaries and proven ourselves as forces to be reckoned with. Each one of us, in our unique ways, has displayed resilience and strength that is second to none. Throughout history, we've seen glimpses of our potential, brief glimmers of what could be. There have been women before us who have broken the barriers, who have stood tall against the odds. They've shattered stereotypes, leaving no doubt about our capabilities. Women like Oprah Winfrey, Halle Berry, and Beyoncé, who have not only made a name for themselves but have also served as role models for us. They've given us the courage to dream big. They've shown us that no matter how many obstacles we face, we can overcome them and emerge victorious. However, we are far from done. Our journey is long and fraught with challenges. We need to keep marching forward, to keep proving ourselves. We need to continue using our voices to tell our stories, to share our experiences, to express our emotions, and to address our fears. By doing so, we are not only asserting our identities, but also inspiring a new generation of Black women. We live in an era where diversity and inclusion are being celebrated, where our voices are being heard loud and clear. Now, more than ever, is the time to assert our worth. We must seize this opportunity to amplify our voices and claim our rightful place in the entertainment industry. Let's challenge the status quo and redefine the norms that have been set for us. Let's strive for equality, for authenticity, and for recognition. In doing so, we must also examine our own biases, our own shortcomings. We need to reflect on how we view ourselves and how we want the world to view us. Are we just entertainers, or are we influencers? Do we want to be remembered for our talents or for our contributions to society? These are questions that we must ask ourselves as we move forward. It's time to reclaim our power and redefine what it means to be a strong, successful Black woman in the entertainment industry. Our journey towards equality and recognition has been paved by many brave and courageous women who have dared to challenge the status quo. Celebrities like Monique have refused to accept less pay for their talent and hard work, sparking a much-needed conversation about pay inequality in the entertainment industry. In 2018, Monique called out Netflix for offering her a significantly lower pay for a comedy special compared to her male and white female counterparts. Despite facing backlash, she stood her ground, insisting on the worth of her talent and contribution. Her fight for equal pay is not just about her, it's about every Black woman in the industry who has been undervalued and underpaid. Monique is not alone in her fight. Other celebrities like Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer have also taken a stand against pay inequality, demanding fair compensation for their work. Their collective voices have started to shift the industry's perspective, forcing it to reevaluate its practices and policies. These women are not just entertainers, they are influencers and changemakers. They are leading the way in the fight for equality in the entertainment industry. They are challenging the norms, breaking down barriers, and setting a new standard for future generations. Their actions are creating ripples, encouraging more and more women to stand up for their rights and demand fair treatment. In the end, it's not just about the money, it's about respect, recognition, and equality. It's about acknowledging the value of our work, our talent, and our contribution to the industry. It's about setting a precedent for the future, ensuring that no woman has to fight for what she rightfully deserves. These celebrities are leading the charge, and it's up to us to continue the fight.